Welcome to the Secret Strolls, where we uncover the hidden, the haunted, and the horrifying. Today, we take you deep into the shadows of Canada, revealing the top 5 most haunted places in the country. These are places that hold secrets no one dares to speak of. Places where the past still lingers, whispering in the dark. Number 5. The Banff Springs Hotel, Alberta. Our journey begins in the Rocky Mountains at the grand imposing Banff Springs Hotel. It's known as the Castle of the Rockies, but don't let its beauty fool you. This luxurious hotel is rumored to be haunted by spirits who never checked out. Built in 1888, the hotel has a dark history, with stories of ghostly apparitions, flickering lights, and unexplained sounds. Room 873 is said to be the most haunted. Legend has it, a family was brutally murdered there, and though the room was later sealed off, guests still report seeing bloody handprints on the wall. Handprints that reappear even after they're scrubbed away. And then, there's the spirit of the bride, a young woman who supposedly fell to her death on her wedding day. To this day, people claim to see her ghost wandering the halls, still dressed in her wedding gown, her face veiled in sorrow. Many who've seen her speak of a chill that fills the air, a sorrow that feels almost alive. Number 4. The Fairmont Empress Hotel in British Columbia. On Vancouver Island, standing proudly over the inner harbor, lies the Fairmont Empress Hotel. Built in 1908, this grand hotel holds many secrets, but some refuse to stay buried. Guests and staff alike report seeing the ghost of a former employee, a man named the Architect. He was so dedicated to the hotel's design that even in death, he hasn't left. Many have seen him wandering the halls, adjusting furniture or ensuring the hotel's structure remains intact. But he's not alone. The spirit of a little girl is said to play in the hotel's halls. Some hear her laughter echoing, only to turn around and see nothing. And then there's the lady in white. She's been seen on the upper floors, gazing out the windows into the harbor, her pale face reflecting a life long lost. Number 3, the Plains of Abraham. In Quebec, on the Plains of Abraham, an ancient battlefield, the souls of fallen soldiers are said to still linger. The air here is thick with the echoes of the past, of the bloodshed and violence that once stained this ground. On this very ground, British and French soldiers fought a brutal battle in 1759. Many who died here are said to have never found peace. Witnesses have reported seeing shadowy figures marching through the mist, hearing the distant cries of soldiers and the clash of weapons, as though the battle still rages on. I was walking alone, and suddenly I felt a chill. I could hear footsteps behind me, but when I turned around, there was nothing. Just the silence and the feeling that I was not alone. Next, we journey to British Columbia's Tranquility Sanatorium, an abandoned tuberculosis hospital with a reputation so chilling that even the bravest souls dare not enter. Built in the early 1900s, this facility housed hundreds of patients, many of whom died within these walls. The sanatorium was shut down, but the spirits of its former patients are rumored to haunt its decaying rooms and underground tunnels. Visitors have reported hearing disembodied voices, footsteps, echoing through empty corridors, and even seeing the ghostly figures of patients roaming the grounds. The underground tunnels, well, some who enter never return. Those who do speak of a suffocating darkness and a sense that something is watching, waiting. The locals say that the souls of the patients still linger, forever trapped in the place where they suffered, in the darkness of Tranquil. And finally, our last stop, Ontario's Ottawa jail hostel. Once a notorious jail where prisoners faced their final moments. Today, it's a hostel. But many who stay here leave with more than just a memory. This building was once a maximum security prison where criminals awaited execution. It's said that the spirit of Patrick J. Whelan, who was hanged here for the murder of a politician, still roams these halls, protesting his innocence. Guests have reported hearing whispers, feeling cold hands touch their shoulders, and even waking up to find shadowy figures at the foot of their beds. In the gallows room, some claim to feel an overwhelming sense of dread, a fear that seeps into their very bones. It's as though the building itself remembers the suffering that occurred here. Some say they can hear the cries of the prisoners who never escaped. Prisoners who remain trapped, bound by the chains of their own restless souls. So, the next time you travel, remember these places. But beware, you might just encounter something from the other side. Thank you for watching The Secret Scrolls. If you enjoyed this journey into the haunted heart of Canada, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Join us next time for another descent into the shadows.